Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Miss Faye and this is my world. Today's message is recognize when you're being used. Recognize when he's using you, ladies. Before we get started, I want to say welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to all the new viewers, all the new subscribers, and welcome to you who have been with me from the beginning. I really appreciate you. Now, we got a couple of letters here. So let's dive right into the letters and see what's going on here. Okay? But ladies, you need to recognize when you're being used. You're with these men and you're giving them your money. You're giving them your time. You're giving them your energy. But what are they giving you? Just sex? Is that all you're getting? Then he's using you, ladies. He's using you. And you need to recognize it. All right, now our first letter here. She entitles the letter, Back Child Support and Taxes and Social Security. So let's see what's going on here. She asked me if you could please do a video to warn women about marrying men who have children from previous relationships and owe unpaid child support. Okay, let's talk about that. Number one, when you're dating a man and he has children, he's not going to tell you if he owes back child support. Ladies, when you find that out, you're in it deep. You're already in it with the man. You've already committed to him. Then you find out that he doesn't have that much money to provide for you because he owes a lot of back child support. Ladies, this is why I say take your time. Take your time before you get tied up with these men. Do some investigation. Run a background check on his behind. Find out who he owes. Find out if he has a record. Find out if anybody is looking for him. You can find out a lot of things about a person when you run a background check. You need to do that when you meet these people. If you're interested in them, find out who you're dealing with. Do your due diligence. Don't just fall over because you're looking in his handsome face and he says the right words in your ear and you're all in and ready to go with it. No. You know, I'm telling you things that I wish somebody told me when I started dating. That's what I'm doing. Sharing these bits of wisdom with you so you don't make the same mistakes I did. I wish I had run a background check on some of the people that I dealt with. I found out later in hindsight that these people had been to prison, had felony records, all kind of crazy stuff. And all you needed to do was to run a background check. You should do that on all your new dates. Don't just go out with these people blindly because they're never going to tell you who they really are. You have to find out. All right? And I'm not saying that everybody's going to lie to you because there are some honest people out there. But when you meet a person, don't automatically feel like they are being honest with you. See, that's the trap. That's where they trap you. Because you are excited that this man is paying you some attention. And you don't think about a background check unless he does something or unless you hear something. And a lot of times you're already too involved with him before you even think about checking him. And that's assuming that nobody knows him. I'd run a background check on him even if a friend recommended or him to you. If a friend's trying to match you up, you still do your own background check. Don't go by just because he was introduced to you by somebody that you feel was trustworthy, because they didn't run the check. They may not know either. That's why you should. So, women, when you meet a man, run a background check, and it'll tell you who he owes, how much he owes, who's after him, if he's got a record, the whole 9 yards. That's what you need to know. Okay. These women could be responsible for the debt if they file joint taxes with their husband. Well, yeah. Yeah. But that's you. You need to run your own check on these people before you get involved with them. Okay? Before you get involved with them. You know, unfortunately, a lot of us women, we are searching for a companion who can provide security for us. Okay, a man's job is to provide. But on the flip side of that, it doesn't mean that you can't provide for yourself. You should always make sure you are in the position to provide for yourself in case your situation with a man goes sour. Okay, this way you're not, devastated and homeless and all the things that go with that. All right, let's read on this letter. I have a friend who filed for Social Security after her husband died. They were garnishing her Social Security for unpaid child support and her deceased husband for children that are not hers. She does not have children. Women should check a potential husband's tax records and finances before marriage. Like I said, you need to run a check on his behind before you even think about dating him too far down the line. Don't wait until marriage to run the check. Run the check when you're dating. This way you'll know who you're dealing with before you give this person your heart. He could be a psychopath. You don't know who you're dealing with. And even after you get the background check, take your time with him. Because you want to know if he's going to be a good provider. Is he going to be a good protector? Is he going to be loyal? Is he going to be trustworthy? Is he going to be a loving companion? See, all of this takes time. Don't rush yourself. And don't be rushed. Because if you happen to run upon a narcissist, he's going to try to rush you. Don't rush into a relationship. Don't rush to marriage for sure. Don't do it. But you got to be your own investigator. These people are not going to tell you nothing. I've yet to have a man to come tell me all the people that he owes and that he has bad credit. They don't tell you that. What they do is when it's time to go buy something, they take you along because you're the one with the good credit. We gonna get this together. Ladies, don't fall into that. No, don't fall into that. Don't go out here using your good name, your credit, to buy something for a man so he can enjoy. And men get you this way because they'll say, let's buy a car together. Let's do that. Or let's get an apartment together. His credit sucks, because today you can't get an apartment unless you have good credit. It's not like in the old days. You see? So he may need your good credit just to even get an apartment. Don't do it, ladies. These men are only using you. You got to recognize these signs. All right, we got another letter here. Let's see what she says. I am a 23-year-old woman, and I haven't dated much, but I've been used for sex. Yeah, I bet you have if you're having sex. I've been love bombed and discarded by two men I have dated and who I loved and who I thought loved me. They were narcissists. And you know why you repeated it? Because you didn't heal from the very first narcissist. So you met another one. And you will continue to meet narcissists until you heal yourself. Okay? I've walked away from those men. However, now I've found myself in a long-distance relationship with a man who is loving, sweet, affectionate, and consistent, but is also aggressive, emotionally, and sometimes physically. But wait a minute. Wait a minute. Which one is the real him? I say the real him is the aggressive one. He's just doing the sweet one to get you and to keep you for whatever he's using you for. Okay? But the real him is this aggressive, emotionally, and physically abusive him. That's him. That's the real him. And you need to recognize it. You see, that's a red flag, ladies. And, you overlook that red flag. And that red flag is the one that's going to come and stab you right in the heart in the end. You can't overlook these things. He has punched holes in the wall, destroyed my items, yelled at me, broke my phone, which he paid for, and has been aggressive toward me, but apologizes so sincerely afterwards. Are you kidding me? Are you seriously kidding me? And you taking it? You accept his sorry apologies when he's punching the wall right now, but it's not going to be long before he's going to be punching you. You don't see it coming? He has mental health disabilities as well as anger issues. But other than his aggressive behavior, he is very sweet, loving, and makes me feel so loved and not alone. You know what's going on here? You have a fear of being alone. That's all it is. It's not love that you feel for him. It's your fear of him leaving you. And you sitting there by yourself. That's where the issue is. And that's why you're taking whatever he dishes out. And when he apologizes to you, that doesn't stop him from doing it again, does it? Does it? No. He is probably playing out behaviors that he saw growing up. He saw other men do women like this, and he's just doing what he grew up seeing. And he probably thinks is normal behavior. And with you accepting it, it seems that you're thinking it's normal too. Okay. All right, let's see here. I can't figure out if this is an abusive relationship or not, because I don't feel abused by him. Because you are sort of used to this kind of behavior. Some way, somehow. I don't know if you were raised in a family that did this sort of thing. And that's why you can't figure out if it's abuse. You don't feel abused. So you stay in it. Okay, maybe you feel abused when he punches you right in the face. Maybe that's what it's going to take for you to feel like he's abusive. Okay, and it's coming. It's coming. In the midst of fights, even though I fight back, I feel abused and afraid. Afterwards, I feel okay. Because, again, apparently you are used to it. And it seems normal to you. But it's not normal. You can do better than this. If you want better. You know, there are some people in the world who enjoy conflict. You see, conflict to them means that their partner loves them when they fight with them about something. You see, it's some people that feed on that negative energy. And that's what it is. It's low vibrational negative energy fighting. And then when he fights you, you fight back. So both of you are toxic. You're both toxic. Okay? My dad is a part of my life now, but was absent during my childhood. And I tend to find myself getting attached to men. I date fairly quickly, and I'm wondering if my dad being absent in my childhood is the reason why. Well, I'm sure that your relationship with your father, whatever it was, has affected your relationship with men. Yes. Yes, it has. It's a normal thing. Our fathers affect the way that we deal with men. The relationship we had with our fathers. So, you didn't tell me much about your father other than he was kind of absent. But yes, maybe you have that fear of abandonment. It's because your father wasn't in your life. So you're looking to fill that void with a man. My dad is in my life now, but still absent. If I don't call him, I just won't hear from him. He doesn't ever call me. I always have to call him, or months would go by without hearing from him, which hurts me deeply. If you want to have a relationship with your dad, you know, where you're doing the right thing to ring him up and just be that. But it doesn't seem like your father cares if he has a relationship with you. And it happens. Now, if this is hurting you, then you need to heal from this hurt. You need to heal from this hurt. Leave your dad alone for now and work on yourself to get over the hurt from your dad. Because every time that you call him or ring him up or whatever, I'm sure it's triggering that hurt again in you. It's triggering it. So maybe you need to get away from it while you heal. Okay? Does my relationship with my dad play a role in the men I choose? Yes. Yes, it does. You didn't say if your dad was a narcissist or not, but you have met narcissists. I have depression and anxiety, and my boyfriend has helped me to ease my depression and loneliness. And I know he loves me. How do you know that? How do you know that this boyfriend loves you? Because he's there. And you say he helps you with your depression. How? Because he's there. And your anxiety. Because he shows up. And sometimes he's sweet to you. Just like you said in the letter. Sometimes he's sweet, loving, and affectionate. So you're living on the sometime. That's where you're finding your happiness. When he gives you that little bit sometime. You know, narcissists do that. Narcissists give you a sometime love. And then they take it away. And here it comes, the sometime, and take it away. They abuse you on one end, and then they give you a little something over here. They'll breadcrumb you just to keep you going. That's how narcissists work. You see? And the way that you're describing this man, he very well could be a narcissist. He wants to move in together. So do I. But I am cautious because of his sometimes random violent outburst. Moving in with this man would be the worst, if not the very worst mistake you could ever make. Don't move in with him. I'm telling you, he's punching the walls now. But if he moves in with you, he's going to start punching you. You don't want to do that. Not at all. Let him stay where he is. Now, do I help him to better manage his anger issues? You can't help him. You can't change a man. And how are you going to help him with his anger when you yourself are suffering from narcissistic abuse, depression, and anxiety? How can you help him? You can't help him with his issues. He can only help himself if he's seeking help. And he's probably not even seeking help with his anger. You see? He doesn't see a problem with it. And since you accept him with his anger and all, why should he change? Why should he seek to change? What's the problem? And how do I feel more secure in myself? You got to work on yourself to feel secure in yourself. You have to heal from everything that you've gone through. Healing is the only thing that's going to make you feel more confident and love yourself again, if you ever did. Healing. A part of me wants to leave because of the pain he's caused me during his violent outburst. But I'm not close to my family. My late mother was my closest family. And if I leave him, I'll be alone completely. Well, finally, you said it. You have a fear of being alone. A fear of doing it on your own. I don't know why you fear it. It's the best thing that can happen to you. To be able to live your life alone and not be lonely. Okay? I live my life alone, and it is by choice. I have men come up to me. It was a man that come up to me not long ago. And he says, I think you are alone because you want to be. I said, yes, you're right. I want to be alone. That's why I am alone. And it's empowering to me. I can do what I want when I want to. I don't have to ask anybody, is it okay for me to do this? Is it okay for me to buy this? Sit down and have a conference. Every time, I want to do something, I got to sit down with this partner and see if it's all right with him. Because, men want you to submit to them. When you are alone, you don't have to submit to anybody. Not at all. You make your money and you enjoy it yourself. You ain't got to share it with nobody. But of course now, I'm not talking about being with a partner. It's wonderful to have a partner, but the partner needs to be on the same page as you are. So if you are ambitious, and I hope that you are, your partner needs to be ambitious. If you have your own business, your partner needs to have his own business. You understand? You need to be on an equal plane. Now the partner can have, if he's a male, your male partner can have more than you, but never less than you. You see, he can be equal. He can have more, but never less. Ladies, this is how you mess yourself up when you date people who have less. Now, you're just 23 and just starting out. You have a lot of living to do. But you don't want to mess yourself up with all of these narcissistic people. You need to get out of these situations and start loving yourself, putting all of your energy and time into yourself, making yourself better, working on your financial foundation so that you can take care of yourself. You don't go out here looking for a man to make a living for you, ladies. Those days are gone. You need to be out here so you can make a living for yourself, and the best living that you can for yourself. Okay? So that's how you feel more secure in yourself when you are self-sufficient. You have your own income. You have your own place. You have your own everything. And you don't need him really for anything. That's how you feel secure. Now, you don't feel secure when you feel like you need a man to fill some void in your life, whether it's financial, whether it's love, whether you just need somebody to be there, or whatever. You feel like your life is lacking without having a partner. As long as you feel that way, then you're going to have a fear of being alone. You see? But if you fill your life with yourself, fill yourself up, make yourself responsible for your own life, and you'll feel secure standing alone. Okay? But that doesn't mean that you prefer to be alone, but that means that you can be alone. You see, there's a difference. You actually can be alone. You say a part of me wants to leave. You should listen to that part of you that wants to leave because of the pain he caused me during his violent outburst. But I'm not close to my family. See, you're making an excuse. You're not close to you don't have a family, and you'll be completely alone. Not if you love yourself. You won't feel alone at all. You'll feel happy and peaceful because you don't have to deal with him. No one to talk to or to spend holidays with. No one to even feel close to. Well, see, I never feel like that, really, because, during my day, my day is pretty full. But in the evenings when things are quiet, and this is the time that you would spend with your partner if you had one, I'll go into meditation and talk to spirit. I'll talk to my spirit guides. You see, I'll have conversations with them. And through my intuition and my knowing, they'll have conversations with me. I never feel that I'm completely alone. And you shouldn't either, and you won't if you get on your spiritual journey. You won't. I crave love, vulnerability, and consistency. And he gives me that when he's not angry. Even when he's angry, he doesn't leave me. Yeah, well, because he's not getting angry to leave. He's getting angry because to him it's normal. And apparently it's normal to you too, for you to accept it. And from your letter, you are accepting him as he is. You can't change him. You're accepting him with the good and with the bad. Okay? I don't know what to do or where to go. You're saying two different things here. You're saying, I went from having my mother to having no one. And I don't want to lose anyone I love again. Even if they don't love you. Even if. Now you believe that this man loves you, but what is he doing to prove to you that he loves you? He didn't say any of that. I feel I can help him and make this work. Well, as long as you feel that way, then you'll stay right there and try to make it work. And if that's your decision, all I can say to you is good luck. Good luck. I don't know what to do or where to go. I just feel so alone. You say, please give me some sound advice to help me if you can. Well, I can only give you the advice and the wisdom that I have received from my own experiences with men. Okay? You are very young, 23. You got your whole life ahead of you. Okay? And you say you've already been used for sex. You've already been with 2 narcissists. And I know that wasn't... And it looks like you might be with a 3rd. Because, see, when you are involved with a narcissist, they leave something in you that attracts other narcissists. Unless you heal, unless you break that soul tie from the original narcissist, you just keep attracting the same energy over and over and over again. And here, because this man does not leave you, he fights you, he gets angry and tears things up. That's what you said. But because he doesn't leave, you feel like he loves you. And you want to make it work. How? What are you going to do to make this work? You can't stop him from getting angry. That's never... In fact, it's going to get worse when he moves in. When he moves in, he's going to turn you upside down. But you need to get over this fear of abandonment. And see, this is a childhood wound. If you get on your spiritual path and in your spiritual healing, look in the link, look in the description and click on that link. Start your spiritual healing. If you go that route, this will save you and steer you in the direction of a happy life. But if you feel like you can be happy with this man, that's your free will. We all have it. Free will. You can choose what you decide that is good for you. The universe is not going to step in and say, no, that's not good for you. Don't do that. No. You got the will. You got it. If you say this is good for you, the universe is going to give you more of them. You can have them all. Because you're telling the universe that this makes you happy. This is what you want. Universe is not going to go in there and change him for you. And you can't change it. It is what it is. Now, if you get on your spiritual path, you will understand and recognize that this is not what you want. And you deserve better than this. You just 23. It's not like you 73 and this is the end. It's a lot of good men out there. You only feel this pull toward him. Number one, if he's a narcissist and you have been sexually intimate with him, you bonded to him. And you got to break that soul tie. Now, I'm pretty sure that you're carrying soul ties from those other narcissists. So you've got that evil energy just sitting there attracting more evil into your life. You got to heal to get rid of that for your life to change. I hope that you understand this. It's your free will if you decide to stay with this man. But my advice is to leave and to begin working on yourself. That's my advice. So, if you decide to stay, and here we are, write me back next year. Let me know how it worked out. Yeah, if you decide to stay in it, write me back. And let me know how it's working out with him. And if he changed and all of that, whatever. Now, he can decide that he wants to change and not be angry anymore. But that would be his free will. But you can't do it for him. He's got to change. You see? But don't be fooled if he tells you he will change to move in with you or to marry you or any of that, because he won't. He's lying. You want to see the change, and you want to give it a while to see the change. No more anger, to see a difference in him. Okay? I hope you understand the message today, and I really hope that it helps you. It would be the worst thing in the world for you to let him move in. That would be the worst. Okay? So, ladies, know how to guard yourself from these users. But many of us allow ourselves to be used because we have a fear of being alone. A fear. We do a lot of things out of fear. People, don't live your life in fear. Live your life in appreciation, gratitude, and your intuition will give you understanding. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. Now, those of you who are looking for your affirmations and your movement, there is a link in the description. Just click that link and go over for your today's affirmation. And just remember, these affirmations help to change the way you feel about yourself. And as a result, it will change your reality. And those of you who have questions that you would like for me to answer, also my email address is in the description. So don't hesitate to send your letters in, and I will share them right here with the collective. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I thank you for your comments and your letters, and a special thank you to those that leave a donation. I really appreciate all of you. I wish you all the very best, and I really hope to see you next time.